So in one of my last videos on my main channel, you might have seen me travel 300 miles to Scotland to meet a subscriber. Hayes is not only an awesome producer, but he always comes top 3 in all of my beat competitions. So in today's video, we're going to see what makes his production so creative, and hopefully you can implement some of these tricks and tips into your productions too. So what we're going to do today is go through his last submission of one of my beat battles and see what he does differently to regular tracks.
So I went with a multitude of genres. The main one was EDM trap, but it also goes into trailer. Then we're going to orchestral part. The end off we got moon button, which is like a throw off. I just feel like it throws off whoever's judging off the chair, because they're expecting like typical 48-bar trap loop, nothing original.
So what did we start with originally? We started with My Loop. Is My Loop in there somewhere, I'm guessing?
We'll start with the verse. So that's that. We've got the brass stabs. Then we've got this second brass layer. Then we've got this layer as well. This kind of like pad, I think. All together should sound like this. So already it sounded very orchestral, so that kind of led me into making this kind of beat. So we'll show the drums first. Don't ask me which one's better, playlist or sampler, just do you, but I just recommend the playlist.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it does hit harder when it's not in a sampler? Because I don't know if there's like exact science behind it or not.
Maybe it's the envelope. Like when you put it into a sampler, you've automatically got envelope. So potentially it could have something to do with that.
It's just a conspiracy theory.
So yeah, let's go to the other elements of the track. We've got our brass. So already this adds like a nasty start to the beat. We've got this vocal as well.
1, never settle, stop and work until it's done. Rule 2, hold your ground, you stay and fight and never run.
So this vocal came from Drop Gun's, I think it was Hyper Trap, something, I can't remember what it's called, but it's from Splice. We've hit the vocal obviously first. And with the vocal.
1, never settle, stop and work until it's done. Rule 2, hold your ground, you stay and fight and never run. Rule 3.
That gives like a new element to it, doesn't it? Because it's a beat battle.
Yeah.
But it adds that kind of new dimension when you add a vocal.
So for the second part of the verse, I've kept some elements, but I've added like changes. So I added this loop. Then we've got this re-space going on. I find this is from Serum. Yes, from Serum. Then we've got this impact. Some brass hits as well. So the strings. So all together should sound like this. So let's go to the orchestral part, the strings. Then we've got this choir. Then we've got pizzicato strings, just to accompany the main strings.
Where'd you get all these strings
from? It's from Metropolis Arc 1 by Orchestral Tools.
Okay.
Yes, it's a bit expensive, so I wouldn't recommend it for as a first purchase, but it's very high quality. So we've got this high spiccato strings, this higher octave. Then we've got some Simbassi crescendo flutter-tongue. I think it's a brass instrument. Yes, yeah. Then we've got a third layer. So altogether, this brass should sound like this. So it already has a lot of body already. Trills. The organ. So altogether, it should sound like this. So I find this is like one of the highlights of the beat, which is like this like kind of trailer section, which kind of throws off the listener. So we've got this kind of bass, or it's sort of aggressive, which you usually sound like in a trailer.
Where'd you find these like samples from Splice out there?
No, they're from Keep Force. Is
okay.
They usually make content libraries, but they make sample packs too. I know it's like unnecessary to have all these impacts all together, but I just do it just to make this part a bit more dramatic. So let's go to the next part, which I use. I know people like use your own make your own short samples and that. Don't use loops, cheating, man.
No, to be fair, like we were just saying though, I think like you're one of the best at finding these samples and making them complement each other.
Yeah.
It's not like they're all at odds with each other. It sounds like they all go together perfectly.
Yeah.
So I think that's like an art within itself, really, to finding these samples and making them fit so well.
Sorry to interrupt you here. I would love to know what you think about this subject about loops. Hayes has used contact libraries for melodies and other sorts of stuff in this production, but also he's used a ton of loops as well to complement his original sounds from Contact. Let me know how you feel about using loops in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe as well whilst you're here. Cheers.
I don't think I've seen an FL project with so many tracks. Like, it's crazy how much you got going on, but it sounds like it all fits together really well.
We've got this drum build-up. Second build-up. Then we've got this loop. Then we've got a bass just to fill up the low end. I know this is not in key, I just decided to go to a different mode, which is the Phrygian scale. Then we've got another build-up. A drum loop. Then we've got another build-up as well. Obviously the vocal.
Yeah, 30 seconds and I'm about to blow it up. You pull it up, your crowd is forming, tell them all to throw it up.
So altogether it should sound like this.
Yeah, 30 seconds and I'm about to blow it up. You pull.
So let's get to the drop. Kick. Then we've got our snares. Let's go to the brass hits now.
The drop is kind of like a relief where there's not that much going on, but it's hitting hard at the same time. Because I think it's best to have a more simplistic, like not a lot going on in the drop if you've had so much going on in the build-up.
Then after that, the lead now. I know you're disappointed, but it's a lip as well. Yeah, I add saturation, adds warmth harmonics to the sound. I use spads, shout out to DixonBeats, man. I use vinyl. I love vinyl, just makes everything sound vintage. Then we've got, what's this? And this as well. Then we've got this. There's a stab as well. We've got the 808. So I'll show you the pattern to you guys. Because I've got a volume automation going on. Not that complex. Yeah, I'll play it all together.
How long does it take you to make these tracks?
11 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not surprised, like there's so much stuff going on. Like,
now for the second part of the drop, obviously I had to make a change. Can't have the same first 8 bars of the drop repeat again, also just be boring. So this time I added hi-hat loop. Then I've got this texture going on. Pitched it up to 12 semitones. So yeah, I think that's about it. Majority beats, the drums just don't hit at all, I'm sorry. Your bass and 808, they've got to be like thick, they've got to be big. Silence is definitely a thing. Create mixer like master chains in advance. If you're in a time restraint, use those to save time. I don't understand what is the stigma with using loops, man. Like, who really cares about it? The average listener doesn't care. If you use loops, as long as it comes at fire, that's what matters.
So huge shout out to Hayes for letting us deep dive into one of his projects. A lot of the tips in this video is for beat battles or more energetic type of productions, but you can definitely take some of his advice into regular beat making as well. If you have found yourself on this video, this is my second channel. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can do a giveaway. But for now, be safe, be productive, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.